Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to Fernvalley Farm's YouTube channel. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Vince. If you're looking for beekeeping videos, this is the place to be. Okay, this is going to be a really quick little video. This is more obviously for the new beginner as far as how to light a smoker, or how I light a smoker. There are so many different ways you can light smokers. Let me tip this. There are so many different ways you can light smokers. The only thing I would suggest is don't use anything that's treated, any kind of treated lumber or treated wood. I don't know if it would hurt anything, but I wouldn't try it because those chemicals coming out of the treated stuff could harm your bees. What I do is I keep a whole bunch of scrap, all my stuff in the basement. You've seen my woodworking videos, building all my stuff. If you haven't, go back and check them out when this is over. And all my scrap, I keep all my scrap. All my little pieces of pine, I just keep all that stuff and I use it for the smoker. But what I do, and I use sawdust. I use wood shavings. You're better off using wood shavings than you are sawdust. Once it gets lit, that's fine, but you got to be careful. If you're using sawdust, it can burn, it can shoot out sparks, and you don't want to blow sparks on your bees, obviously. So let me just show you really fast here what I do. There are so many different ways you can do this. Oh, where's it at? I use like all these wood chips. I have all this stuff, all these wood chips. I got horses here. I collect this stuff at horse shows. You know, it's used for bedding. And this is just all old wood chips. So I use sawdust. Got scrap pieces of pine, and I'll even throw, you know, you could use pine needles, you can use all kinds of stuff. Some people use pine needles, you could use hay, you could use straw, you could put wet grass in there because it'll smoke. That's your biggest thing. But your main concern when you light your smoker is get it nice and lit and hot, so you don't got to come back and keep doing it every 5 minutes. Ask me how I know, right? Because I'm impatient sometimes and I think it's lit and it's not. So just give it time to light. But I'll throw pine cones in there too and they'll just smoke. I'll throw these pieces of scrap pine in there and it'll smoke. But you could use pine needles, like I said, you could put grass in there because obviously wet grass is gonna smoke. And that's your biggest thing you need to smoke. But just be careful when you light your smoker, make sure it's lit and it's burning and then it goes out. Because you don't want to take it when it's still lit, and you want to blow smoke on your bees. You don't want to blow like sparks or ashes, because sometimes when it's still lighting, if you close it and you squeeze it, you're going to see like sparks coming out of it. You want to make sure it's not doing that, because obviously you don't want to do that to your bees. Another thing that's really handy, I gave up on the matches thing. It was a pain in the ass. You know, I had one of them lighters, you know, those long lighters for lighting fireplaces and all that, or stick matches. Get yourself a tank, a little propane torch tank. You can go buy one of these nozzles for like an inexpensive one for I think less than $5. The tanks are cheap and they last a long time. It just makes it lighting so much easier instead of using matches. So here, let me just show you really fast. So I've thrown a bunch of sawdust in here. I'm gonna just throw some of this stuff in. And one little trick you could do, you could take your torch and put it right on the side, and it'll get so hot it'll just light it, or you could just go in from the top. I don't have any straw out here right now. You could use straw, anything dry, just to get it lit. And you can come from the side and go like that. Can you see that? You can put it right on the side of your smoker. See how it's lighting that? There, see? And then once it lights, see how easy that is? Forget using matches. Get yourself a propane tank. So now obviously you want to get that going. Then you want to cover it up and make sure the fire is out. Don't go spraying it right on your hive right away like that, because you might burn your bees, poor guys. So get that thing going. And I'll throw a pine cone in. And these are I just went and collected, well actually these are dry ones, but I just went and collected a whole bunch more the other day. And they'll last forever. And if it starts getting weak, just come back, throw another one in, maybe give a little bit more heat, and you're good to go. So that's pretty much it. Just a quick little how-to video on how I light a smoker. There are just so many different ways you can do it. But just make sure you don't use anything treated. Just use pine, scrap pine, needle, straw, hay, grass, whatever. But just get it lit. If you're going to use grass, make sure it's lit first, then throw the grass in. Because the wet grass won't light, but if you throw it in there with straw or something else that's lit, then it's going to smoke like crazy, and that's what you want. So this is lit. I'm going to take this and shut it. That'll kill the flame, and there you go, see? So that's it. Just a quick little video on how one way to light your smoker. Any questions, comments, please leave them below. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Hit the little subscribe button right there. When you do subscribe, hit the little bell so you'll get notified every time one of these videos comes out. Thumbs up are always appreciated. Like I said, questions, comments, leave them below, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, bye.